Hello everyone, my name is Chloe and today I am here with a brand new video. Welcome to Brunette Bibliophile, where I post bookish videos and writing content. Today I have a very large book haul consisting of basically a lot of stuff I've bought this entire year. So the last time I posted a book haul was in February. It's now August, so it's been 6 months since I have posted a haul video, and I've still been getting books. Today I'm going to be talking about 34 books that I have hauled in these many months. We're actually going to make that 35 because this last one I'm not 100% sure if I've hauled prior or not. So this is not going to include the books that I hauled at the end of my Bachelorette retreat vlog. If you didn't see that video, I'll link it in the description below, but I did a small haul of books and non-book items in that video, but those are not going to be included in this video. This is everything else. Similar to my last haul, I have split this in between read and unread, and now the piles are almost even. So we're going to start with the unread pile. There's 16 books there. So first I have The Complication by Suzanne Young. This is the 6th book in the program series. I'm pretty sure I only have books 5 and 6 left to read. I read the prequels, I read the main 2. I think it's just 5 and 6 left. But this is number 6. I think it was in clearance at Books A Million, and it's in pretty good condition, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up. Next, I have the hardcover edition of Glow by Raven Kennedy. This is the 4th book in the Plated Prisoner series. I still need to read book 3, but I got the hardcovers a couple of months ago, and this is the most recent release. It is gorgeous, and it is huge. It's thick and heavy. Next, I have The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. This is Ashley Poston's venture into adult romance, and I have heard phenomenal things about this book, so I am so excited to pick it up. I definitely think it has a possibility of being on the Goodreads Choice Awards this year because of all the hype I've heard, so I'm very excited to pick this one up, and I'm really hoping that I enjoy it. Next, I have By the Book by Jasmine Guillory. This is the 2nd book in the Meant to Be novel series, which are adult romance Disney retellings, but I have enjoyed Jasmine Guillory's solo work, so I'm very excited to see this retelling that she's written with Disney. Next, I have Heartbones by Colleen Hoover, another Colleen Hoover book that I haven't read and need to. Still working on my backlist from her work, but I'm excited. Next, I have Always Jane by Jen Bennett. This is her new contemporary romance that came out this year. Jen Bennett is an auto-buy author for me. I have really enjoyed her previous work, so I'm excited to dive into her next novel. So these next 2 books I got from the Books A Million clearance, and I didn't realize when I bought them that they're the 2nd in companion novel series. And the way I am is if a book is like even remotely connected, even if it's not about the same characters, but maybe they make appearances like as minor characters in the book, I have to read them in publication order. I didn't realize that these are both considered 2nds in companion novel series, so I have to read the first ones first. But the first one is Not That Kind of Guy by Andy J. Christopher, and then the other one I got is The Dating Playbook by Farah Rashon. So yeah, both of these, I didn't realize they're 2nd in their own respective series, so now I have to read the other 2 first. Next, I have Wicked Beauty by Katie Robert. This is the 3rd one in the Dark Olympus series. I still need to read the 2nd one, but this one recently came out. I'm very excited. I know this is about Greek gods, but these green and gold vibes give me Wizard of Oz. I have been reading some more Katie Robert lately, so I'm very excited to continue with the Dark Olympus series. Next is a book I know I should be concerned about, and why am I going to show this to you guys? But it was on clearance for $5, so I said, why not? My coworker read it, so I was going to read it anyway, and that is Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon. I'm just so intrigued, and that is now why I have it. This is also the better covers. This is considered a special edition, but I don't really care for the original covers, so this is the better choice. Next, I have a new author for me. And that is The Summer Place by Jennifer Weiner. This is a brand new 2022 release that ended up in a library bookstore, so I snagged it up. I have never read a book by this author before. I know she has a lot of books out, but I have kind of been diving a little bit more into contemporary fiction as opposed to contemporary romance. So maybe this will be something that I'll enjoy. Next, I have Girls of Fate and Fury by Natasha Nagan. This is the third book in the Girls of Paper and Fire series. This book came out last year, but I just never got around to it, so I finally picked up a copy. I have really enjoyed the previous 2 books in this series, so I am excited for the finale. I might need to read a recaptions on the second book, but I'm excited. Next, I have Marrying the Ketchups by Jennifer Close, another book of me going into more contemporary fiction than just contemporary romance. I got this from Book of the Month. It's the only one that I've gotten this year that I haven't read yet, so hopefully I will get to this very soon. It's pretty short, so it kind of gives me Taylor Jenkins Reid vibes. Like, I get a little bit of that from this, so hopefully I will enjoy this one. Next, I have an arc of This Wicked Fate by Callan Bayron. I got this from my friend, and I loved the first book, and I also loved Cinderella is Dead. The first book ended on a cliffhanger, so I can't believe that I haven't read this book yet, but I am just so excited. This one is also kind of diving into a little bit of like mythological aspects, and I am just very excited to see where this goes because the first one ended on such a huge cliffhanger. I really, really loved it, so I gotta get to this one ASAP. Next, I have How Not to Fall in Love by Jacqueline Firkins. Another one that I got from the friend who gave me that arc. I think this is just going to be like a slice of life romance, similar to Casey West. Don't have too many expectations on it, but I had been seeing it going around a little bit on Bookstagram around the time that it came out, so we will see if I like this one or not. And the last one in my unread pile is another beast, and it is House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. 801 pages! And that doesn't even include the short story that's in this. So this is a sequel to House of Earth and Blood, which was the first in a new adult series from Sarah J. Maas. Really aren't all of her series adult at this point. I really enjoyed the first one, and by really enjoyed, I mean I gave it 3.5 stars, which is good for me. So this is the sequel. I'm very excited to pick it up. I'm gonna end up buddy reading it with my 2 co-workers, and they both just finished reading the first one, so I think we are taking a little bit of time. I mean, for me the time has been 2 years now, but they're taking a little bit of time before we pick up this one. I do have the audiobook, but it is 27 hours. That's ridiculous, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So, I'm very excited. Alright, and now we are going to move into the red pile. This I anticipate also going through pretty quickly. Guys, I gotta try and not get my book hauls to be this long, because this is really getting ridiculous. First, I have Lucky Girl by Jamie Pacton. Jamie Pacton was so kind to send this to me, and this is about a teen who won the lottery. Next, I have Sunkissed by Casey West. The paperback edition finally came out to go along with all my other Casey West paperbacks. I read this last summer and flew through it, really enjoyed it, so I'm happy to have my own copy now. Next, we have The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. Finally came out in paperback. The hardcover is yellow, but the paperback is this beautiful purple, and it goes along with all of my other paperback Christina Lauren books. There's going to be a couple more Book of the Month picks sprinkled throughout this haul, but we have The Lifestyle by Taylor Hahn, which was a Book of the Month edition, and this is about a couple who's having marital problems, so they decide to explore becoming swingers. So these next 3 books are part of a gorgeous set that I ordered from Illumicrate, and it is the Emily Henry set. These are B format hardcovers, which means they're just a little smaller than regular hardcovers. They have gorgeous sprayed edges, and they are the UK covers. So we have her new release, which is Book Lovers. We have last year's release, You and Me on Vacation, which is People We Meet on Vacation. And then we have my ultimate favorite, Beach Read. This has an alternate ending than the American version. So the UK edition has a different ending, so I need to read this one. So yes, gorgeous, gorgeous editions. And then on the topic of Emily Henry, I also pre-ordered Book Lovers. Next, I have The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. I actually just finished this like a week ago. This doesn't have any spice. If nobody's read Catherine Center before, it has no spice, like a lot of the more popular romances have had. But this is still pretty interesting. I enjoyed it. I really like the aspect of following a main character who works for a personal protection agency, or is a bodyguard. Another Book of the Month edition I have is Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. Another one that I just read like a week or 2 ago. This is a historical fiction book following a chemist in the 60s, a female chemist in the 60s. So you can imagine how that went. Next, I have Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. This came out earlier this year. It was one of my most anticipated releases of the year. And then a month after this came out, because I had this pre-ordered, Book of the Month decided to make it a pick. So now I have two. So maybe I'll like take this one and annotate it. I'm not really sure. I really love Abby Jimenez's work. The Friend Zone series, which this is kind of in that companion series, is just amazing. And I love it. So now I have two of these. The last Book of the Month edition that's in this pile was not even on my radar, really, but is now one of my favorite books of the entire year at the very least, and that's Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. This book was so good, and Desiree and I read this book for our quarterly romance book club, and we just had our live show, so I'll link that in the description below for you to check out. But I really enjoyed this book, and I can't wait for the next one. I have one more arc, and that is One Italian Summer by Rebecca Searle. I buddy read this with my coworker, who also gave me this arc, and this kind of gives Mamma Mia vibes. It wasn't like hugely impressionable on me, but for a first time reading from this author, I did enjoy it. I can't remember my rating off the top of my head, but Mamma Mia vibes. The last 5 books that I have are more special editions. Not all in the same series, but we'll just go through them one by one. First, I have the Illumicrate edition of The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. One of my all-time favorite books ever. So it's another B format. The cover is exclusive with the pink. It has these mint green, almost turquoise. You can't even really tell on camera. They're much darker in person, but sprayed edges. Adorable. I love this book. This is my 3rd copy of this book. It's getting concerning. Then I have a trilogy here of The Selection by Kira Cass. These are the Beacon Book Box editions, so each book has art on the inside cover. Let me try and get one to show you here. So this is the one. There's foil on the naked hardcover, but then there's also art on the inside dust jacket. One of my all-time favorite series. And the last one I have is a special edition. I have shown this in videos before, but I have never officially hauled it. And it is the 10th anniversary edition of Cinder by Marissa Meyer. So this is the slipcase, and then this is the book. This is the front. You probably see this in the background of my videos if my head is not blocking it. But it goes right up here. And I've had this for a while. I hope they do a whole set of 10th anniversary editions because gorgeous. It's collector's edition. I love it. This is my all-time favorite series. So of course I'm going to get all the fun editions like this. So that is everything for my huge book haul today. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching this video. I know it is like absolutely insane. I said I was going to get better last time, but this time I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better about waiting until I have a large pile before I haul it. But seriously, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, if you like what you see here, please go ahead and click subscribe. I post new videos every week, so click subscribe so you can be updated for when I post those. And if you'd like to support my content, please consider checking out my Patreon, linked in the description below. I just got my first patron on Patreon. It's been 2 years and I just got my first Patreon subscriber. So thank you so much to Heather for being my first person to support me on Patreon. I am just, wow, thank you. But that is all I have for y'all today, so I will see you all in my next video. Bye!
In the darkness, I don't feel so cold. The ashes fall like rain, and somehow we're okay. My story drifts between shadows and smoke.